rundingan, perbincangan, teguran dan kritikan diteruskan dalam suasana yang lebih sopan. Memang sukar, speaker-speaker ada di sini. Kadang bila suhu kemudian terus hangat, tugas speaker itu besar. Dan dalam sistem parlimen, kita tahu dalam dewan, tugas speaker itu hampir mutlak. Jadi termasuk arahan pakaian. Jadi pada hari ini saya diarah pakai agak formal. Tapi oleh kerana ini di luar parlimen, saya tukar sikit dengan izin. Sebab ada acara lain tadi pagi, kena pakai batik, selepas ini batik. Jadi nak saya mohon jangan draw saya di parlimen nanti. Saudara-saudara yang kita faham, IPA ini diasaskan dengan semangat ASEAN, memenuhi keperluan semasa dan menjadikan erti demokrasi itu dalam maksud memberi ruang mengimbangi pandangan pemerintah dan juga pandangan pembangkang atau pandangan-pandangan lain. Dan kebijaksanaan speaker akan menentukan apakah perjalanan itu cukup memuaskan. Democratic accountability means we allow for a healthy exchange and discourse. That forums, committees, and of course the assembly in parliament would focus on national development and people's welfare. Malaysia have embarked on some of this reform agenda, and I'm proud to say with the support of the Speaker, of both Speakers of the House, of Parliament and Senate, we have introduced a very radical shift, what we call the Parliamentary Services Act. An outstanding achievement because the institution of Parliament has become totally independent of governmental management. And of course I commend the Speaker for harassing me to ensure that the Cabinet takes this as a priority and finally tabling it for approval in Parliament. And on the issue of Parliamentary Services Act, we have found that in Malaysia, both the ruling parties and the opposition gave their full support. Now, following that, we had also established select committees. And select committees by nature has to be represented both by government and the opposition. And I must say, it was easier in my role for many years as opposition leader, easier to perform in Parliament than to perform as Prime Minister. Because you are held accountable, you have to undertake to answer some very difficult questions, and some of the exchanges on very contentious issues and raised in a very rancorous exchanges, which I think is not necessarily very healthy, but there is something that is beyond us. Our hope is, of course, to allow for members of Parliament to show and set a good example, or Senate or Congress for that matter, that we can engage, enter in a reasoned discourse with some decorum. And this is, of course, a challenge in most parliaments in Congress. How do you then present a case or choose to criticize but maintain certain order decorum? And I think, therefore, the role of the Speaker is beyond rules, but also the spirit of democratic engagement is to ensure that it is healthy, it promotes a healthy, reasoned discourse, that this discourse would maintain, ensure that certain decorum is observed. Of course, that's your challenge. It's not necessarily mine. I've been have problems in the House, particularly when we introduced in the last few years Prime Minister's question time. I wasn't sure whether I made the right decision, but I'm stuck with that on a weekly basis. But I think, notwithstanding our personal reflections and views on this, I must say that it is healthy discourse. It puts the Prime Minister and the government on guard, and that gives the real meaning and essence to what we call democratic accountability.